good morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are. I have something to tell you. So, this might surprise you, but you've been thinking way too much. Like, way too much. All of these videos out there about, how to attract a partner, how to get him to love you. Oh, this is what this means. If he's doing this, then he must be thinking that. If they're doing that, they must be doing this. This must be the reason. And it goes on in your head. Meanwhile, all this time, you're like, okay, so if I want him or her to be nicer to me, I'm going to do this. And if I want them to take me to the movies, I'm going to do this. And if I want them to look at me that way, I'm going to do this. And holy hell, I'm not you and I'm already tired. Are you okay? Whew. What if I told you that it would work out for you a lot better if instead of thinking so much about how your actions are going to manipulate a reaction that you desire, what if I told you the answer was to take the path of least resistance? To follow the feeling that makes your body feel light and warm and happy. Anything that causes fear, anxiety, stress, not a good thing. Not a good thing at all. Your body, when it starts to hurt, when your emotions go into the place of fear and anxiety, that's all your higher self talking to you, man. It's saying what you're doing ain't gonna help you get to where you want to go. You're not gonna feel good. It doesn't feel good because it's not good for you. It's simple. It doesn't feel good because it's not good for you. Hope that sunk in. So you're thinking too much. And it's not that you're gonna have to force yourself to stop the thoughts, because your thoughts already have a lot of momentum. Think about your thoughts like a snowball rolling down a hill, and it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. You could maybe stop it, but it'd explode. So maybe just let it roll to a stop. Eventually it'll melt and go away, right? That's a lot better than exploding after it hits something and you get a big mess to clean up. Trust me, I've been there. It's not good. So you're going to have to let your thoughts go. You have to let them do their thing, but you have to choose what you focus on. And sometimes, and this is the part that I really want to stress, sometimes the answer is to focus on none of them. Yeah, stop thinking that you have to think about thinking. Like the woodchuck chuck. Never mind, I won't get into that. So you have to become present and in the now. And that's what I mean about just don't focus on any thoughts. So as you're thinking and you're struggling to figure out why you've done all this and you've done all that, and how come life isn't working out because you're doing A, B, C, D, and you were told if you did A, B, C, D, then you would get F, and then F would turn into G, and life would be beautiful. How come it's not freaking working out that way? Well, because it's not meant for you. You're forcing yourself to go down a path that is literally going against the flow of what your true resonance, your true vibration, your energetic being is. It's going against yourself. So it doesn't feel good and it doesn't work out. True story. Because your higher self wants you to succeed. It knows what you need to succeed. It's the programming, it's the system, it's the grooming. I mean, think about it this way. We basically, all of us in this system, from the time we're born, are basically being groomed by the massive abuser that is the system to make us feel like we have to always be in fear, in a state of lack, and working to earn good things instead of just being worthy of them from the get-go. And of course, to emphasize that our mind has control versus we are actually in control of our mind, right? So there's so many different things we're programmed to believe, so it makes it really hard. But we have to start by just not focusing on any thoughts sometimes. Sometimes that's the trick. when you can't stop the thoughts and when you can't change the thoughts, your trick is to just not focus on the thoughts. Sometimes that's the trick. So when I say you're thinking too much, I don't mean to stop your thoughts. What I mean is give your thoughts some space. Imagine that your thoughts are like, I like to imagine my thoughts are like marbles. I absolutely love the Inside Out movies. Anyways, I like to imagine that my thoughts are like marbles. And sometimes, they turn into bouncy balls when I get excited. It's like, slow down, balls. Anyways, and I just kind of let them roll around. Sometimes I put them on a track and I just kind of like, and then they do their thing, right? I can kind of listen to the sound. I can watch them roll around. You can even imagine like some of those videos with the marbles going down the tracks and they make music. That'd be fun too. And they're just there. They're just happening. Everything's a happening. It's just happening. But I don't have to focus on them, right? It's like if you're watching luggage go down a conveyor belt, you're getting off the plane, you watch all the luggage go by, but you don't pick up every single one. You only pick up the one you want, yours. So I just don't focus on them. And that's how you get into the now too, is you focus on, what really helps is focusing on your body, your bodily sensations, your breathing, right? That's a big one. Relaxing your muscles. And talk to yourself, right? Say, okay, you're allowed to relax. You're allowed to let go. Okay, you're allowed to feel good today, right? Tell your body that. Tell your cells that. Imagine it, see it, feel it. That's going to make you stop focusing on those thoughts because you're going to be focusing on doing something. And when you are in action, when you are in motion, it's way easier to ignore the chitter chatter and the clank clank of all the marbles bouncing around in your head, right? Meditation is great, of course. If you are a practicing person who likes to do mindful meditations and stuff, it's also a great way. Breathing works too. My favorite thing ever is to breathe out a long, slow breath, as long and slow as possible until like my body's like concaved in, and then I try to hold it. It's hard, and then I'll slowly breathe back in, and I'll do that 2 or 3 times, and it instantly changes the vibration in your mental state. You'll feel it. It's instant. I'm starting to recognize, the sensations from my energetic self to the point where I can feel it more like, I don't have to actually get physical pain so much anymore, but I can feel the warmth, the tingle, the relaxing, I don't even know how to explain. I think it must be different for everybody, I'm assuming. But this is just the way my nervous system is right now, because my nervous system is still healing. I've had a massive amount of inflammation just recently release from somewhere in my head and in my lymph nodes. And like I had a lump in my lymph node over here. Like it was huge, and it's starting to break and come out. And of course it made it's weird. I think my psoriasis is linked to it because it always comes around my lymph areas where it like breaks out super bad, and it seems to release a lot of toxins. I don't know. Shit my body doesn't want anyways. So yes, that's my advice for the day. You've been thinking too much. Stop thinking. Well, no. Don't worry about the thinking. Just ignore it. It's funny how programmed we are, eh? I want to say stop thinking because that's how we all say it. That's how everyone says, but you can't stop thinking. I'm giving you a thing that you can't do. You just have to give yourself space. Give yourself space. You are not your thoughts. They don't have to control you. They're just happening, right? Okay. Have a great day. Okay, bye.